Hey there everyone, how is it going? Today we're doing some kind of a catch-up with PC98 Turbo games. I'm going to play through the fights which we haven't met. So basically Marissa against Reimu in Lotus Land Story, Lunatic. And then I'm going to play against Mai in Mystic Square. So, let's go. The aim is to perfect those two fights because why not? I'm going to use save states because I only want to show the fight and nothing else. And right now I'm playing with the Laser Marissa from Lotus Land Story. She's basically like Laser Marissa in Embodiment of Scarlet Devil, in that the laser sort of flashes, so they appear. It appears and then it disappears for some random reason. And she's a pretty bad shot type, but hey, it's a better challenge. Go! Reimu! She's the hardest boss in this game, probably. Mostly because her attacks are really good at surprising a player which is not really aware of what's going on. Also, the first phase is pretty evil with that homing attack. But still it's alright. Her attacks don't have that much HP though, I have to say, which is means that it's going to go pretty fast. Second phase is she sends a bunch of yin yang orbs and then a bunch of other shots, and they're there. Now we have the third phase already. Third phase has that random-ish, spam-ish thing, and it has streaming inside a pretty small zone, space, whatever. And when you know how it works, it's alright. It's definitely alright. Reimu isn't that hard when you know how she works. But when you don't know, you can lose lives so fast. Fourth phase is a bunch of yin yang orbs and a bunch of spam basically, so same thing. Too bad. I am aiming for a perfect run, so there you go. That was the fifth phase, by the way. Fifth phase is the same concept as the fourth, in that streaming inside the zone, and then it has something else instead of the spam, which you will see. Something else is actually more streaming, basically, sort of, maybe, kind of. So that thing, so basically you need to avoid the spam and then quickly get into position. Yeah, like this. And then if you get into position, then you're pretty safe. So great, so now it's just lots of yin yang orbs. Lots of yin yang orbs, this is doable. Lots of yin yang orbs, and then it's more of that. And say this part is different. It's just lots of aim stuff, so it's basically, it still is streaming. And whoa, almost got hit. Now it's the last phase, which is the easiest as per usual in the Turbo PC98 games, and there you are, Reimu is done. So moving on to Yuko versus Mai. So imagine we're at the end of stage 4 and I just defeated Yuki and Mai and did way more damage to Yuki. Never happens, but hey, still try to imagine that. And I'm playing as Yuko, who as you will see has a pretty terrible shot type. She has freaking huge spread and pretty low power. However, Mai is a pretty weak boss anyway compared to Yuki. Well, Yuki is pretty impressive. Mai is seriously simple. I pretty much sight-read perfected her. I did not, but I almost did. So that was the first phase, and the second phase has something interesting. It's Kogasa spinning lasers, and they spin backwards after they stop, which is pretty cool. But actually, since there's just so much space, they're actually really easy to dodge, so and when you anticipate that, whoa, don't do that actually. When you anticipate the spinning backwards, then it's pretty easy anyway. Okay, second phase is done. What's the third phase about? More kunais, more very easily dodged kunais. Wow, that was pointless. And then stuff like the first phase, except it's a different kind of bullets, and they go up again to dodge those kunais, and yeah. And now last phase, lasers and kunais. And there's huge openings, so it's not really dangerous at all, and there you are. Wow, Mai is way easier than Yuki. and Yuka saying something, blah 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 blah. And actually we're not over. Now I'm doing Yuka versus Yumeko. I figured I was so freaking ashamed of how that fight went during the actual LP. I need to beg for forgiveness basically and do it properly. So I'm going to aim for a perfect Yumeko fight. Oh man, this is going to be actually pretty hard. I know I can do it, but still it's not. It's really hard. Much harder than anything else. Yeah, so perfect Yumeko is way harder to achieve than perfect Remu. Because of those streaming phases. Obviously, and I run straight into a knife which I can see from miles away. Wow, that was terrible. Anyway, Yumeko has the opening phase, can be hard if she goes down the screen. And the rest, and the streaming, oh I forgot about that. I was thinking she would go to something else for some reason. I should be hanged for that, I know, but hey, I beg for forgiveness once again. So there you are. And yeah, so streaming is the hard part, and the first attack if you get unlucky. And the rest is easy. So let's do some freaking big streaming. And that's going pretty well actually. Going into freaking big streaming mode. Works. Not so good. Was I aiming for perfect? Yeah, no, I'm not aiming for perfect. That's a bit too ambitious, even though I know I can do it. I will allow myself one more mistake. We'll do it like that. 2 mistakes. This phase, really easy. And now, the blue streaming. Blue streaming is the same as red streaming, except that there's lasers! Lasers can sometimes block you in your going back, basically. This is what it's about. Okay, so 1 mistake left and then I have to restart. Bomb counts as a mistake and yeah, great. What? Why did... Oh, I wasn't at full power at the beginning of the fight, that's the thing. I think. Maybe. Anyway, this is easy as hell. Why is hell easy? I'm not sure. But there you go, and the last phase is just completely pointless. Like all the last phases. Yeah. There you go. There you go. Oh, Shinki-sama, come in the side. It's funny. What is that? Is that supposed to be tears? In after the text? Basically like the tears coming out of her eyes. Well, that's weirdly shaped tears, but I think that's supposed to be tears. Wow. Yeah, I think it is. Huh. You know what? Since I'm there, I might as well just do the rest of the game. Hell, let's have a bit of fun. And if I lose, then I lose, and if I don't lose, then I don't lose. Otherwise, this would probably be a pretty short video. As you can see, this was probably my first run of that, of Lunatic, and I just randomly saved at that point. Which is why I have so freaking few point items. And so there's even less of a way that I get the max amount. And I'm not really concerned. I said max amount when I just meant to say 400. Not the same thing, at all, but whatever. So, yeah, blah blah. Shinki appears, she's the great goddess of Makai, she embodies both light and darkness, maybe, and she has a really random and annoying opening, and some really difficult attacks afterwards. You know that, of course, I told you last time. Stay away! Wow, that was pretty good for me. That was pretty good. I don't know why I'm so impressed with my performance, but there you go. But as you can see, Yuka, whoa, streaming, Yuka has pretty bad power. You really want to try and go and shotgun your enemy. You really want to try and shotgun your enemy. When you can. Which is not all the time. Okay, that should be the end of the opening stage, and now it's the blue and light with wings. well, wings and blue and white. So dropping stuff, oh, fail on my end. It's okay, I have lots of, well, I have 2 extra lives, which should be more than enough, as long as I don't waste any bombs. Now the Cheeto lasers, go! This is probably my favorite attack of Shinki's. La la la, it's so hard, but so fun to play. Don't go up too much, otherwise you will get screwed. And I did pretty well. Only 1 bomb for that attack's pretty good. And now it's darkness mode. Red and dark. Go. This opening phase of the red and dark section is pretty cool. Because it's not too hard, but man, you can die. And now, of course, Devil's Recitation, which apparently I pronounced correctly. And I began terribly bad, but I sort of made up somehow. When playing as Yuko, you get so little damage that staying at the bottom is sometimes pretty bad. So I did the first phase without mistakes, so this is pretty good. And the second phase too, and the third phase is just a whole other world of difficulty. And when you die, it gets really hard to come back. And yeah, still, that went pretty well. I did the first 2 phases without dying. Yay! And the last attack. It's the last attack. She loses her wings. Notice that she loses her wings. So basically, the wings are always light or dark elemental and can't become neutral elemental. So since this attack is neutral elemental, or at least it's multi-elemental with both red and blue, this is why she loses her wings. But it probably also explains why it's really weak, because you know, she lost something, so her power level decreased, basically. Wait, that went pretty well. 1 bomb on the Cheeto lasers, and 1 death followed by 1 bomb on the thingy. Also 1 bomb on the previous thingy, the first phase of light phase. And more tears in the text. That's really funny. And let's not go through the ending credits again. That was well. Have a look at that. La la la, Yuko does stuff. That was cleanup for Lotus Land Story and Mystic Square. One day I will do cleanup for Phantasmagoria of Dimensional Dream, and maybe you clean up for that stupid timeout on the Gengetsu, but we'll see. And yeah, so that was this. It went pretty well. See you next time for something. No, not something. Someone did that comment. That silly comment. I'm not playing something. I'm playing something. And I'm going on holiday in 8 days, so I have to do something quick. Bye.